looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! Isn't it a special live today on 25th of December 2022 on a Christmas day? I can't remember if you've ever done a live stream on a Christmas day. So welcome all the Christmas outcasts who got away from the table to spend some time with us in our caravan. So this is a live stream, so you can use a chat to send us a message, ask a question, or just say hi. So please remember to give us thumbs up, and if you watch a replay, if you watch it on any other day, remember that you can still give us thumbs up and comment this video. So yes, thank you very much for coming today to our humble caravan on this very special day in the year. So we are prepared today, ladies and gents, or gents and ladies. We have some photos for you to share, because last time I wanted to share some photos with you, but it wasn't technically possible. It will be possible today. So you will see how me and Marek and Diesel spent the last few Christmases, and of course we were spending them traveling. We were spending them on wheels. So not at home, not at home. Right. So how was your day today? How is Christmas going for you? let me know in the chat. So if you would like to connect with me for a chat, you have to log in. You have to log in on YouTube. So there are 5 people with me here. So I can see just 2 messages from 2 people on chat. So if you are here, you're listening, we are a very friendly bunch, so don't be shy. Please just say hi on the chat, or send a little picture or an emoticon, whatever you like. Just let me know you are here with us. So I have a few things I want to show you today as well before we start looking at the photos. Maybe we'll give people a few minutes to join. Hopefully there will be more to come. So we have a few things here. The first thing is this gift we got, me and Marek. I don't know if you've seen one of those. This is a chocolate which looks like a £50 note. So this is a really cool gift. And if you are very generous, Carmel, today I rest after Christmas Eve, after yesterday's food. So you've had so much food yesterday that you are still resting and digesting like a big anaconda. So have you had anything else today, or are you still living off yesterday's supper? So this is a really cool gift, £50 chocolate. So really nice. I don't know if you've seen any of those. I don't know if there are 20s, 10s and 5s, but this really put a smile on our face. We had a nice Christmas Eve yesterday. Steve and Vasilika, hello. They made Christmas dinner. How spoiled you are. You actually were invited to a big Christmas lunch. Does it mean you didn't have to cook? I was just showing off our super duper chocolate we got yesterday. This is really good, really fun. And yeah, it's a bank of chocolate. I promise to be good in return for this chocolate bar. That's what it says here. So how was your Christmas lunch? So it is super interesting that in Poland the main event and the main meal is happening on Christmas Eve in the evening. It's a really nice supper. And in England the main event is today, and it's a Christmas lunch with usually with a turkey. Okay, are you ready for the photos? I will tell you about those 2 later. But are you ready for the photos? Yeah, this is a really nice design. So let's start with photo number 1. Let me know when you can see it, when you are ready, and I will tell you what was happening there. Oh, 6 of you. There was no dishwasher? We are spoiled. We have a dishwasher in our owning. I love the dishwasher, especially now at Christmas. There are only 2 of us, but we probably still have more or less the same amount of dishes to wash, like after 6 people. Right, can you see the photo? Can you see the photo number 1? Oh, I can see you see it. Yeah, Spain. Yes, that was in Spain. And some of our viewers may remember this from our previous videos we used to publish on YouTube. Yes, this is Spain, ladies and gentlemen, and this is our motorhome. So last time I was telling you about this old motorhome we used to own. And in this photo you can see one of the most beautiful places we visited in this motorhome. So this was winter 2019, and we just completed our first season in Mill Park. We finished work, we finished our first season. We put a lot of money we earned on the campsite in this motorhome to get it ready for the road, for the journey, and off we went. And I think we went at the beginning of November, and we came back on I think it was mid-February. it was one of the longer trips, and it was really, really nice. So we spent winter in this motorhome, just exploring Spain. And this place, if you would like to go and visit, this one is called El Torcal, and it is a national park in Andalusia, just a few kilometers from the town Antequera. So photo 1 is Park El Torcal near Antequera. And if you ever wanted to go to Spain in a motorhome or in a van, there is a really nice stop for campers and vans, and it's free in Antequera. So in the nearest town there was a lovely car park for motorhome with water. There wasn't electric hookup, but there was water point and a toilet point. We didn't go to Austria. I thought you asked about Asturias. No, we didn't go to Austria, but we went to Switzerland. We've been to Switzerland, which was stunning. So this was our first winter in Spain back in 2019 in our lovely trusty motorhome, which was mostly good on the road. And it's been, yeah, time flies. Yeah, we don't own this motorhome anymore, but our best adventures, I can honestly say that we've had some of the best adventures so far traveling in this motorhome, and also inviting our friends and our viewers to join us. Yeah, so this is the epic motorhome. Okay, and in the picture number 2, and I will give you a chance to view it, to load it. Picture number 2, this is the same winter. It's also from winter 2019. It was a stunning place, a national park, El Torcal. I really, really recommend it. It's just so quiet. We hardly saw any people there. Okay, so picture number 2. This is the same holiday, winter sun. I still have this dress and it fits me after all those years. But look at my hair. I look at myself and I think, oh my goodness, where is my hair gone? What happened to my hair? I look like a lioness. So this is Christmas Eve, and that year we were traveling around Spain in a motorhome, but for Christmas itself and for Christmas Eve we decided to book a little chalet in mountains, and we spent Christmas Eve by the pool, as you can see, eating the same soup which I cook every year because I love it. So this is a traditional Polish soup for Christmas Eve, and it's beetroot soup with dumplings, which are like ravioli. And I can see these were bought, but sometimes I make them. This year I made them homemade. So we had a little chalet in the middle of nowhere, and that's where we spent Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And the story is about this place and this motorhome trip. When before we set off to this little chalet, we were staying in the area, and I just said to Marek, you know what? Because we were there in a motorhome, we didn't have a normal car. We were living and we were driving a motorhome, so we had the house and the car in one, which is tricky sometimes. Because what happened there, we booked this lovely chalet in the middle of nowhere in mountains, and we thought this was such a great idea because we like quiet, remote places. But we didn't know at that time that quiet, remote places in Spain, in mountains, mean that there is no road, or there is something which the Spanish call a road, but we wouldn't call it a road. There was a dirt track, basically, a dirt track which was suitable for a donkey pulling a cart full of oranges. So we were among the orange trees and olive trees in a very rural area, and there were those chalets for rent for tourists. And I had this brilliant idea a day before our booking was due. I said to Mark, Mark, you know what? It would be lovely to rent scooters or a scooter. So when we get to those mountains, we will not have to drive around on those narrow roads. I was expecting narrow roads, but I was actually hoping there will be roads. So I said to Mark, let's hire scooters and explore the area on scooters. So we went to the car hire company, and they were doing scooters as well. And all cars were booked because it was Christmas, busy time. All scooters were booked, and they were even more expensive than cars. And in the end, we hired a small car to be able to travel around this area a bit more easily. And we were so lucky we did, because we left our motorhome in town on the coast and went to see this little house in a small car, and we could hardly drive there in a tiny car, and we were so terrified because the drops were amazing. We couldn't really see where we were going because the road was bending, it was very narrow, and you had a drop on one side and you have trees of oranges on the other, and we called this road Death in Oranges. Anyway, we were so lucky because we had to hire a car in the end to get to this little chalet. There was no way we would get there with a huge motorhome. So, but you know, we just thought, so we were a bit upset about this whole thing, really. But then we thought, okay, it's Christmas, everything is booked, let's just make the most of it. So we did, and as you can see on this photo, I don't look stressed or upset at all, but there was a bit of drama. There was a bit of drama on this trip because of access to this beautiful place. But once we got there, it was absolutely stunning because we were in mountains and we could also see the sea. So there are not many places where you could stay in the mountains and still be by the sea. So this was a really magical place. Yeah, what's happening in picture number 3? I think this is a year after. This will be a year after. So this is a different place. I will have a sip of my drink, which is non-alcoholic drink. It's just water with different spices and lemon. Cheers. Okay, we are still waiting for the photo number 3. And maybe I will let you guess. Where is that? Where is this place? What do you think? So this was winter 2020. Yeah, our second winter. So this was after the second season of working on the campsite. And again, some of you may remember this motorhome. Do you think this is still Spain? Come on, there are 6 of you with me. So after this first winter trip to Spain, in our motorhome, in our old motorhome. Yes, this is Cornwall. Well done. So when we came back from this trip I was just telling you about in Spain, we sold the motorhome. We kept it for a few months, then we were already living in a caravan here in Mill Park, because we thought that really a caravan gives us more space and it's more suitable. There's no point in keeping a motorhome if it's parked on site for most of the year. So yes, this was Cornwall, Polzeath. So amazing place. If this is actually New Polzeath in Cornwall. So in winter you can get away with parking there and staying overnight. It's really hard. What do we get as a prize? I could organize some prizes for you and hand in tomorrow. So in the summer, it's really hard to find a parking spot by this beach, which you can see in the photo. But in winter, and you know, this was December, this was actually Christmas Eve, we got there. We got away not only with finding a car park there, parking space, but we also stayed overnight with this amazing view of the Atlantic. Actually, this is because this is northern coast of Cornwall, so this is not English Channel, which we have on the south. This is open Atlantic. Yes, and as you can see, this is a different motorhome. We sold our old motorhome and we hired something newer for this trip, and the motorhome was amazing. It was absolutely massive. Marek was driving it. I don't think I drove it at all. Oh, Diesel is stretching. And so we stayed in Cornwall that winter, and the only reason really we hired such a huge mammoth motorhome was that we took it to the places we knew, and we took it to the roads we knew to not repeat this disastrous situation with, you know, with a really dangerous road we had in Spain. That was a lesson for life, really. So we've had an amazing time just visiting places we know very well in Cornwall that Christmas. We also spent Christmas Eve in this motorhome in this very same place, which you can see in the photo 3. Marek will show you photo 4. In the photo 4 you will see the inside of this motorhome. So this was our spot for Christmas Eve during Christmas 2020. 2020. And of course, this is a really good photo from the motorhome. Yes, this is our cozy Christmas Eve supper. I don't think we had borscht. I don't think we had soup that year. We have fish and chips and a tiny Christmas tree. So this was inside this motorhome, which was really lovely. It was Fiat. Yeah, it was romantic, just the two of us on the cliff, you know. In the morning when we woke up, we could see the sea, we could see the waves. An amazing place for spending Christmas Eve together, quietly, with Diesel. So, you know, we could take him to beach walks. It was really nice. It was really, really nice. So we stayed there. I think we went there a day before Christmas Eve. We spent Christmas Eve there, but for Christmas Day, we traveled to Morwellam Quay in Devon, where we found a campsite, a little campsite, and because we didn't have an electric hookup there, you know, this was wild camping there in New Polzew. We didn't have access to water, we didn't have electricity, we didn't have the place to empty the toilet set. So it was okay for a day or two, but not for a longer stay. Christmas tree, nicely decorated. You can see that it's Christmas. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to this Christmas tree. It's a shame we don't have it this year. We have this. We've got this ingenious Christmas decoration in a teapot, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened. I hope I didn't get rid of this Christmas tree. I have no idea what happened to this, but it's a really nice small Christmas tree. If we don't have it anymore, we have to get one for next year. How many Christmas trees are there in your house? Because I know that my niece, who's a teenager, she said this year that she wants her own little Christmas tree in her bedroom. And I think my sister does the same. She has one Christmas tree in the lounge and her son has a small Christmas tree in his bedroom. So do you have more than one in your house? Let me know. Okay, so this was our Christmas Eve in Cornwall and New Polzew. So this was 2020. So now we will move to last year's Christmas, and this is picture number 5. Picture number 5. Picture number 5. So we had one winter in Spain, one winter in Devon and Cornwall, and then I will not tell you where we went. Oh, you have 2 Christmas trees. So where is the second Christmas tree, Steve and Vasilika? In the kitchen, maybe. Ah, this is the next photo. Photo number 5. And this is last year's Christmas. And as you can see, t-shirts again and eating Christmas Eve supper. We always eat it for lunch. We don't really eat the dinners. So it's supposed to be eaten in the evening, this meal, but we do it for lunch. So these were very, very early days of Freedom Seekers channel. And this picture was probably shared on Instagram. So if you've been with us from the very beginning of existence of Freedom Seekers, you probably saw this. So this is a Pedralba house in Valencia, and this time we didn't drive in a motorhome because we sold ours. We were thinking about hiring one in the UK and taking it to Spain, but our dog, as he's getting older, he's getting more and more nervous of noises, and generally he's not doing very well in motorhomes anymore. And surprisingly, our old motorhome was no, it's not sangria, it's it was dried fruit compote, traditional compote. No, not sangria. Sangria on Christmas Eve? Come on, even I wouldn't do that. So not Madeira, but Valencia in Spain. So Wujek Carmel, you have 2 Christmas trees, and yeah, in your room you've got your own Christmas tree, and we don't have any this year. Oh, we have this. Sorry, we have this because this little baby. So this was a really nice location again. So we drove all the way to Spain in our car last year. And we were so super lucky because this was the time of COVID restrictions, and I think we drove we set off from here on Wednesday. So not mulled wine, it's a traditional Polish thing. It's a drink made from dried fruit, so dried plums, which are called prunes, yeah, in English. Dried apples, raisins. You boil it with water and you get a drink like that. Fruity drink. So I think we set off on Wednesday. We still had to do our COVID tests before we left. We had to do them on the day of our travel, so till the very last moment we didn't know whether we will be able to travel. Luckily everything was fine. And we took it easy, you know, through France, because we were stopping overnight. So we were saying, oh, come on, our dog is old, we can't travel such long distances without a break. So we were stopping for a night in hotels, which was really, really good. And you know this from our channel. These were our first videos we shared with you. It was about our winter trip to Spain. Hi Kevin! Oh, you found us! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you! Tell me, Kevin, how is your plan going? How is your big relocation plan going? I hope it's going in the right direction, and this direction is North Devon, and I wish both of you that your plan, you know, will become a reality in this new year approaching. Yes, so what was I saying? Yeah, so by the time we drove through France, which is a huge country when you drive through it from north to south, the COVID restrictions changed that winter, and we were literally crossing the border into Spain just a few days before it got shut for the British citizens and people from the UK. So we literally just managed to squeeze through, and on the last day in France, I think on our last day in France, we were there illegally. We shouldn't be there. So we woke up on early morning, and we were the only, foreign people in a tiny village. Our car with English British registration plate was standing out horribly, and then the police car pulled over by the hotel, and we were still walking diesel, about to set off, and literally ran away towards the border with Spain. And I said to Marek, come on, look, the police car is here. I'm sure someone has reported that some British car is here and we shouldn't be here. So I got in a bit of a panic, and we just drove away. We ran away and crossed to Spain near Figueres, and then we were okay. We could take a deep breath. Oh, lovely! The end of March, beginning of April, that sounds very good. That winter you also had problems with the car. Yes, of course we had a problem with the car. But we solved it. Hello, Van Life Magic, and Merry Christmas. So this was our holiday in Pedralba, and in picture number 6 you can see something interesting. This is from the same winter holiday in Spain. We found this really nice house, Pedralba, and we were surrounded by orange trees. This was a really nice location, and we had a huge plot. This area behind us was fenced, so diesel could be off lead. It was perfect. We were in this house for 4 weeks, and it was a true bliss. And we had this. This is a traditional Spanish cake, which they actually eat on 6th of January. Because in Spain, 6th of January, which is the day of the Three Kings, is a bigger celebration than Christmas itself. Have you ever stopped in the middle of nowhere in Spain and just admired the view? Of course we did. Many times. Many times. We have a photo like that even. When we were getting close to this house, Damian, the house was in the middle of nowhere. And there were those amazing orange trees, plantations everywhere. Yes, this cake is called like the Wreath of Kings. What is the Spanish name? Spanish Christmas cake. What was Roscón de Reyes? It's called Roscón de Reyes, and it was really nice. It's a yeast cake with whipped cream, and as you can see, some fruit on top, and in this hidden. So there are two things hidden in this cake: a tiny toy made from porcelain, like a porcelain doll. It's a figure of one of the three wise kings, wise men, and there is also a bean, a dry bean seed. Yeah, it makes me hungry as well. I agree, it looks delicious. You can bake one. Oh, look at Kevin, you can bake one when we meet you. You know, Kevin, I would rather go to Spain and bring one from Spain. Let's have the original thing. So the way you eat this cake, you cut it in small pieces, so it's a bit like a sandwich with whipped cream inside. It is really nice, and it is a huge thing. It's really big. So the person who got the king will be very lucky in the following year, and the person who got the bean in their slice, they have to buy the cake next year. So this is a Spanish tradition, and as you can see, there is a crown inside. There's a paper crown. So oh, that's a perfect idea, Kevin. Let's all go there and get roscon de reyes. So the person who got the figure also puts a crown on, and he or she are the king. So it's a bit like with an English Christmas cracker. So there is a crown as well. And we have one more photo from this day, and this is our tradition, number 7. This is our Christmas and New Year tradition, and it's nothing naughty, so don't get too excited, you lot. It's nothing naughty, but we really have quite an original way of spending Christmas with Marek, I think. Our favorite one is, you know, is away, it's traveling, as you could see from those photos. So this is these are our gingerbread creations. So every year, move sky, hello, would get cold in a caravan? How do you heat? Well, as you can see, I'm warm. I'm in a caravan and I'm warm. And I've been to visit my parents who live in Plymouth in a house. They have a bungalow and they live in a nice place, but they have a huge house. And it was colder. It was much colder than it is in our caravan. How do we heat? We use both gas and electric, and we alternate. We are on site, so I don't know if you know us, but we work on a caravan site. We work on a campsite, so we have a fully serviced pitch here, which gives us amazing comfort, and we really appreciate them, especially in winter. Because some of you may think, oh, living in a caravan in winter must be awful. Yes, if you put your caravan in the middle of nowhere, you live in the middle of the field or on a farm, and you don't have any facilities, that can be harsh. But if you are on site on a fully serviced pitch with your water tap, with your electric point, drain, your grey waste point, and we also have heated shower block here and laundrette to use, and even a wash up, it's really like living in a house. Well, to me it is, because I spent quite a lot of time living in this motorhome you saw at the beginning of this chat, and we were off grid for many days. We were off grid in the middle of nowhere. We would stop on a campsite once a week, literally to do washing, have a decent shower, and wash our clothes. So the campsite stay was like a luxury pampering day for us, really. So living on site on a seasonal pitch, this is like a holiday compared to what we used to do. Yes, so going back to the gingerbread, as you can see, the lady who was renting us this house in Pedralba, she's from France, she's French. So some of these gingerbread hearts and men, they have French words, because we prepared it for her and we left it in the house for her as a New Year gift, because the owner was coming immediately after we left. So we left her some gifts, homemade gifts. Yeah, we love making gingerbread with Marek. This is one of our Christmas traditions. So, oh, there are 11 of you, how lovely. So please, let me know on the chat. I didn't expect so many of you here. I thought we were the only Christmas outcasts today who will be online and on YouTube today. But it's nice to know there are more of us. So give me thumbs up, please. We have only 5 thumbs ups, and it really helps with promoting this video online. It really starts to get some popularity, let's say, if it has many hands up. So each hands up is important. So if you could give us one, if you haven't done it yet, it would be lovely. So yeah, well, if you need some advice or help, I would say check out our videos, Move Sky. We also have an email address, so you could email us questions. Yes, Merry Christmas to you as well. So gingerbread, yeah. We have ingredients for gingerbread this year, but we haven't baked it yet. But we will. We're just too busy with cooking traditional food for Christmas Eve, which really was one dish or two. So anyway, we have those cutters, and I'm going to share some wisdom with you now. Are you ready? So this is, as you can see, this is a gingerbread man cutter. But if you have a gingerbread man cutter, can you see it? Will that help? Can you see it? So if you have the gingerbread man cutter, you also have a reindeer cutter. Isn't that amazing? So we've had this for many years, and we're always decorating them as gingerbread men and women. But I had no idea you could turn it around, turn it upside down, and you have a reindeer cutter. So there will be some reindeer will be baked this year. Do you use gas fill-up tanks? We used to have a gas top-up tank in our motorhome. We have normal gas cylinders here. So we don't have the top-up because the top-up setup, this top-up kit got so expensive. I remember when we were fitting it in our motorhome, the whole thing was £100. Now it's twice as much, or maybe even more. So we don't have it here. And you know what the problem? Okay, there are two ways of doing it, isn't it? Because in a motorhome, you would just use this nozzle at the petrol station and top up LPG directly into the tank. But I know there are cylinders which you can take away with you, so that could work for us. But maybe in the future. Okay. So now we have normal gas cylinders. So I have some more pictures. Okay, so this was last year in Spain. So time for picture number 8. Time for picture number 8. So picture number 8 takes us to dum da dum da dum da dum. Time for a drink. Are you drinking something? Have you got a drink? We had staff drinks here on the campsite yesterday, and it was a really nice evening. Really nice. But we were good with Marek. We didn't stay for too long. Marek had a few drinks, a few big drinks, a few pints of half pints of Tetleys, which is not such a popular for a woman. But hey ho, I like it, so I have it. Okay, can we see picture number 8, please? Where is picture number 8? Or maybe we see it already. Can we see it already? I have to refresh my feed. Yes, yeah, it is. So as you can see, we made a full circle. And we are back to our caravan. Have we got some technical problem? I think we have a problem. Can you still see me? Okay. We'll have przerwa? Break? Okay. Oh, sorry. To powiem, że przerwa jest. Break. 10 minutes break. No? Are we okay? No. Okay, break. Hello, are we back? Are we back? It looks like we are back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I back online? Yeah, sorry about that. Marek's, something is not right. Something is not right, I'm afraid. Marek's laptop, I think, is coming to the end of its life and we are streaming from his laptop. Some problems. Okay, well. Let's take a 10-minute break. Yeah, I'm back, and I'm not. I will try not to say anything silly. Are we okay then? Are we alright? Yeah, so Marek's laptop is about to come to its end, I think. Yeah. So while I'm here, and I can tell you a little bit about the last photo, I think this is the last photo. We have one more. So as you can see, this is a Christmas Eve on wheels again. We are still eating the same soup made of beetroot soup and dumplings. So this is in our caravan. Our first Christmas and our first Christmas Eve in Mill Park. So as you know, in the past we oh, hello team, hello team, how are you doing? Is team going to be on a walk tomorrow? So I have to tell you, ladies and gents, that tomorrow we are doing something super excited because Steve and Vasilika organize a walk with the Connected Ramblers again. So we are joining them on a beautiful walk in an amazing area, and I'm sure we will take some photos for you and share them on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, please find us. We are called KM Freedom Seekers. So tomorrow we will share some photos. So this is an amazing development of this year, really, and a really nice feedback regarding what we do, because we've met some amazing people this year already, and Steve and Vasilika are one of them. So we are super lucky because they live locally and we can meet from time to time. And tomorrow we are meeting for a lovely walk. So we are really made up that, you know, thanks to the video, thanks to the channel, we met you guys. We also met Kevin here the other day, and I hope he will be local soon because they are hoping to relocate to North Devon. And I know that Mark is coming in the summer and a few more of you. So this is all really amazing. That you want to see North Devon and you want to see Mill Park, which is absolutely lovely, especially in the summer. And Steve and Vasilika, you can confirm that because you've been here. So let's have a look at the last photo. Photo number 9, I believe. Yes, so this year is a bit different. So as you can see, whenever we had a chance, we were We were traveling for Christmas. This is actually my favorite way of spending Christmas. Traveling and going away. So this year has been different because of this little fellow here. We decided not to take him on a long trip this year. So this year we are taking our winter holiday on turns. And one of us will stay with the dog. So we will see what the next year brings. We will see.